In a world full of people who have different genetic codes, most of us still find a way to be one with the world and everyone in it. And with this one, it's a little different because I feel like everybody at some point in their lives, they experience a time where they try to blend in. And by blend in, I simply mean be uniform and be one, with the world. Not everybody loves the feeling of standing out. Not everybody loves the feeling of being looked at as the different person, really, because I know that I wasn't for a long time. And with me, I experienced this at a young age. I went to a school where everybody really, really grew up fast. Middle school, elementary school, a lot of the kids, they was moving fast. They was doing things. They was, doing drugs. Everybody was getting piercings and stuff like that. And I started to eventually do these things just trying to fit in and be like people that, I was never like at the end of the day. And that led me to, I had got piercings, in like second, third grade. I got my lip pierced. Y'all can't see it because I took it out, but I got a lip piercing. I had gauges. I just had stuff that really wasn't me. Really, I was just trying to fit in with everybody else. And as I got older, and as I started to look at myself, I got to a point where I didn't really understand who I was. You know, I come from a background where, your appearance is pretty much everything, and you need to present yourself in a certain manner. And I'm walking around here with gauges and piercings and all this crazy stuff hanging off of me, and then I realized that I needed to get back to who I was. Trying to fit in has put me in a lot of positions that in places that I know that I shouldn't have been in. When you going through this transition phase in your life, you're kind of just letting life take you, you're letting life take its course, and you're just kind of drifting with it. You're not standing up for yourself. You're not being who you're really meant to be. And that's exactly how I was. I was in environments that I shouldn't have been in, places that I shouldn't have been in, all because I didn't know who I was. I was lost in the simplest terms, and I was trying to find my true self. And this was hard for me because when you put in a position to be around a group of people, majority of people do not want to be that outlier. Majority of people do not want to be that person that's looked at as like he's different. He's like kind of off. He probably shouldn't be here. Majority of groups try to blend in and be one. And it took me so long to understand that there's more power in standing out and being that one outlier than there is in blending in with everyone else. I feel like we all have our true identity and we're all super unique. And if we allow our true selves to just shine and really just be one, with the world, then this will put us in a better position to really find our true purpose and be who we are in life. And this isn't even always about just appearance and trying to be dressed like somebody or even the piercings, like I said. This is complete identity. A lot of the times we adapt a lot of character traits from people that we're around simply because, that's what we're most familiar with at that moment. And really it's not you. If you feel like you've lost your sense of self, majority of the times it's because you're not allowing yourself to really just be the person that you were sought out to be. And I used to look at myself in the mirror some days and I used to think like, what am I? I never really been big on drugs and alcohol or really even piercings, but I was allowing my environment to get the best of me. And overall, this affected the way that people viewed me. This affected the way and the things that my mom used to say to me, because she used to always tell me not to get those things, and I would never listen. And one thing I will say, I don't regret that any of it happened, because once you go through those certain things in your life, you then realize that you're aware. And when you're aware of something, bro, that allows you to really just change, the reality of it. So once I was made aware of my identity and who I was trying to be so hard to be, that allowed me to really find my true character and my true purpose and start my new journey. And once I did find my true self, I learned that that's really all that you need. Once you find you and you allow yourself to just be unique as you are, you realize that you're not in competition with anybody. You're not here to blend in. You're not here to fit in with anybody or be looked at a certain way. You're just here to be yourself. And the people that are on your side are going to stand by you regardless. But you just have to just find your true identity. Even when I did things like start this channel, um, I was put in a position where I just wasn't being authentic. I believed that the world wanted to see a certain version of me. And I had to realize that it's not about what the world wants to see. It's about me being who I am and presenting myself in a way that best suits me. I used to look up people that I would want to be similar to, the content that they make. And I would kind of speak as if I was them in a way. But then I started to realize that I would record and I would kind of take the joy out of it because I'm not being my true self. I was trying to fit in. I was talking a certain way because I believed that that's what people wanted to hear on this channel. And I'm glad that I learned this early because I'm only like a couple weeks into this YouTube thing, but I'm glad that I learned that it's really not about trying to duplicate anything. It's about me being my true, authentic self. And the people that want to see me speak or want to hear me are going to naturally just come with time. So that's something that I really did have to learn most recently. And it definitely changed my entire outlook on this whole process in general, bro. Like, I feel amazing sitting up here being able to speak to y'all without having to go back and forth and script everything. And like, this is more so to me like a journal, like a little diary. And I'm trying to build a community with y'all so that, we could all just speak freely, unscripted, just natural. I like the whole organic thing, and just the feeling, it feels way better when you know that it's effortless and it's just done with ease. And I feel like now that I'm able to speak to y'all how I would like to speak to y'all, that it just feels way better to be able to do that. And, I'm not super, how you say it? I'm just me at the end of the day. The way that I speak is the way that I speak. And, I don't have to try to put on a suit and get up here and act professional or, act a certain way, bro. Like, it is what it is. And that's when I realized, bro, I just got to be myself. And I feel like if y'all going through anything in y'all life or y'all doing the same thing, bro, just allow your true self to shine, because when you being authentic, it'll take you further ultimately, because you're not pretending to be something that you're not. And with that being said, man, if you're going through something and you're trying to find your true identity right now in life, understand that you're going to make it the furthest when you finally decide to start being yourself. And you really wouldn't want it any other way. You wouldn't want to go real far in life and then look back like, man, if only I was being myself. Because then at that point, you won't even know who you are, because you didn't put and pretended to be this person that you never were. So, majority of the stuff y'all gonna see from me, I'm definitely gonna be being authentic. I'm gonna be being myself. The way that I'm talking to y'all right now, the way that I talk to my best friends and my family, and that's just what it is. But if you made it to the end of this video, man, I appreciate you, and keep going until you find yourself. It's Blue J Tay, and I'm out of this thing.